sports. It's in the game.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels got changed to your mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
So much NFL history has come from within the walls of Soldier Field here in Chicago. And we're happy to return to it once again in its final chapters as an NFL stadium. Cairo Santos out for the opening kick. And here we go from Chicago. Washington now to return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. Tua off the play fake. And his first pass falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Tagovailoa trying to get here on 2nd down. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kevin Byard comes up with it. And the Bears take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Now an inside give to Johnson. And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Going to run again with Swift. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
That's caught. Keenan Allen. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Keenan Allen touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for 2, but it doesn't work out. Could have been 7 if they tried the point after, but instead, they only call on him to boot this away. Washington now to return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
All right, come on.
They go play action with Tagovailoa. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Trying to find Jalen Waddle. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They bring Berrios in motion. Off the play fake, here's Tagovailoa. Completes this one to Braxton Berrios. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Tagovailoa off the play fake. He sends this one to the end zone. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, down here in the red zone where there's a touchdown on the line, you really want to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender. Make sure you know where that throw is going, get in position to swat it away. That is well done.
Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Here's Tua again. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, look at him, just put his little hand right out there. It just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Now Tagovailoa on 4th. He's trying to push the field. It's another 1st half mistake. He's intercepted again. Jalen Johnson with the pick. And the Bears take possession of the football at their own 20 after the turnover. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. From the 21. Hits his target, that's DJ Moore. And they're gonna bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Here we go, set.
Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Bears 1st down. And time runs out before they... We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Bears football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
It's Johnson on second down. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. That's going to be a gain of 6, and they need only inches now here on third down. Williams will look to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins return the interception almost to midfield before the tackle's made. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought the defenders or offensive guys in bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
On play action, here's Tagovailoa. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Bears pick it up, headed the other way. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You're using this play to try for a first down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for third down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
First down, Williams. Has the connection to Adunze. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Hit applied by Bradley Chubb. They only get a yard that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. Third and just 2 to go. Here's Williams. He's got him. That's Swift. He's got it in the red zone. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Swift gets it on the option. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward, and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you could come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Here's 2nd and 11. Allen on the catch. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Swift. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Again, it's gonna be Swift. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Bears will add to their lead at the end of the half. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. Took a couple of runs into that wall before they finally punched it across for the score.
Well, that defensive front, you know they were dialed up to make a stand, but it was going to be a challenge to make another 2 stops even after that one. That crack formed in the wall, and it burst through for a touchdown.
This has been a trend, yet another interception. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it.
You know, sometimes it just feels like the opposing coaches are sitting right inside your skull. They read the call and were set up perfectly to counter it.
So they didn't call on him following the touchdown, but they do call on him here as he sends this away. Eskridge to return it. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Here comes the final play of our first half. Looking to throw. That's low and bounces short of his man. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Hayward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Sanders all set to send it away. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
Here's Johnson again. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Long-time standout Calais Campbell there for the stop. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
Here we go, set, ready.
Williams from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Go.
1st down, here's Swift. And they bring him down after he ran through him up to